Hello, 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 and welcome back. So I started uploading the mini videos I started recording today. I'm uploading right now. My internet's not very great. I hope it's not going to bog down too much. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the star map because I don't know, I got a couple ideas on what I want to do. The first is I just go and start doing Capellan Confederation missions because, well, it looks like, where are they? Looks like there's a lot of players kind of up in the clan space or taking various things up there. I'm kind of unworried about that. I mean, it does look to me like Steiner is pushing in, and it looks like nobody is playing Free Worlds League. I don't see any players in the Free Worlds League. Oh, there's one here, and I'm just not seeing many in there at all. Honestly, I'm seeing more inside the Capellan Confederation, although that might be Steiner forces taking planets and uh, Federated Suns taking some planets here. So I'm not sure. The thing is, if I decide to go and just start doing some warpath missions, basically, rather than like heading. I mean, there really is nowhere that's not at war inside the Capellan Confederation right now. Is basically what I'm coming to. But if I stay within the Capellan Confederation, maybe I can get some local government contracts, and we can continue to fight and pick up some more ECM, and I'm really hoping for some stealth and stuff like that. So, heading into a place which I don't know which really type of mechs they use and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Wow, man, they are really chewing in to the Capellan Confederation here. I'm just not sure. Look at that. Look at that. This should all be Capellan Confederation right here. They are losing, and they are losing badly. But it looks like pretty much you could see Steiner is the majority here, if we're going to be honest, of the players. So yeah, I'm really wanting to get some ECM, and I'm hoping to find some more stealth and stuff. The general game plan is I want to get another medium mech. Even something like a Hunchback would be more than acceptable, although I'd like to keep getting some ECM. And really, I'd like to get some stealth, although I don't really have access to any. Haven't even seen any NSSs out here, which is a little hard because my lance is designed to gain huge amounts of evasion, essentially run up to the back of the basically unarmored mediums. There's still armor there, and there's still plenty of structure underneath, but to basically open them up like a tin can and go for crits across their backside. And I don't think I'm really going to be able to do that if I'm trying to maybe go with some flamers or a lot more side attacks, maybe to try to take out some legs, a lot more uh, of the called shots. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I always keep wanting to kind of screw that up. Well, I keep screwing that up. It's not that I want to. So here is where we started. Then we came down here, and then I think we jumped to there, and then down to here, or maybe it was just from here to here. But we got to keep moving, and I'm thinking I kind of want to stay within the Capellan Confederation's borders at this point. Simply because I'm wanting more of the ECM and stuff. Maybe I'll head kind of down and start trying to push the Federated Suns back. I'm kind of surprised there's not more Federated Suns players. There's still a decent amount, but it really looks like I don't know if players are just gravitating towards the fighting the clans, which wow, the clans they don't control they don't control hardly anything up here. The clans own like a majority of this when I started playing a few days ago. So I kind of want to help the war effort, but at the same time, I don't really want to go take planets right now because I don't think I'm going to be able to find the type of equipment that I am personally going for. And secondly, my lance is not designed to honestly kind of push mechs out. So we might do that. So I think what I'll probably do is maybe just come back over this way and start maybe trying to push back the Federated Suns and such. So something, because we already have been, I think, over here, so I think that might be a bad idea. Ooh, wait, how long is that jump? 21 days? Oh, that is actually a short jump. That is a short jump for a long distance, because you can see, like, look, 20 days just to jump that short distance, and some of these are just like 26 days for a very short distance. 23. I think I came from up here, and that was. Swear that the timer here is giving me a little bit of a kind of a head scratching moment here. But I think the best thing to do is try to get a second lance going to like one more medium, even something like a hunchback. And I really want to get the barracks online because, as we could see, now of course I am repairing my mech, so it will be a little bit longer. But I'm basically just rotating all 8 people that I have right now. I'm really thinking the way to go about this now is to try to get a second lance for the half skull, 1 skull missions, because this lance doesn't need to be doing that. I'm probably going to continue doing that. I'm going to be going for heavy salvage so that I can hopefully get a hold of an urban mech. I'll have the javelin. I'll have the stinger, which I'll probably try to figure out how to throw a large laser onto. So I'll have some stuff. I think the best thing to do, though, is start pushing for the barracks, an additional 16 mech warriors, because if I can get another lance going, I already have 2 mechs basically in reserve, then I can start rotating a whole second group on these shorter end missions, and they'll begin leveling up and stuff too. And then if I take a lot of injuries, not a big deal. We are wanting to honestly probably get the 3rd mech bay in the relative future, if I am going to get a second group up, although I don't have the pilots right now. The pilots would literally be the bottleneck rather than the mech repair. But that would definitely change fairly quickly too, because I would need to follow up with the 3rd repair base so we can work on 3 mechs, but that's only at 33% efficiency, so you really need to get. It's the last one. We can't see it because we don't have the 3rd bay. This will enable the 3rd mech bay to work at 100% efficiency. It says 130,000. I'm calling the game a liar right here. That does not cost 130,000. Again, I've purchased this one before. This does not cost 90,000, but we actually need the structural repair to get that. So what I think we're going to do is we are going to pick up this. We have 150 or $1.5 million, excuse me. That did cost the correct amount this time. That cost me a game right there, because I bought it thinking it was 90, and it dumped like 300,000 into it the day before, and I didn't have mechs ready. And it literally, I was game over because I didn't have enough funds and I couldn't sell enough stuff. I was still pretty early in the game, so okay, maybe I don't know what happened there. Whatever. So we're gonna get that, and then we probably want to get this, and we're still gonna try to keep the higher end missions going with some money because we want the 3rd bay up, because that will become a bottleneck fairly quickly. We'll need to get that running to 100% efficiency. Honestly, the rest of the tech point upgrades, for a while, I don't care. Drive system might be pretty good too. Travel time to and from jump points reduced by 20%. If I can really cut those days down where I'm jumping system to system to system, that'll be good. That's more a secondary concern versus getting a second lance online, having the mech warriors for that lance, and then eventually getting my repair up to snuff to where I can be working on basically a full lance at a time, because I don't take that many injuries, although the lights will take more injuries because I won't have all of the NSS and stealth stuff on them, although we're really hoping we find some of that. Other than that, I have a pretty good idea what I'm going to be doing with my Shadowhawk, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the jump. There is, well, there's a 275 engine within the. That wasn't it. Was that it? No. That was it. How many days is that? It is saying just 21 days. Okay. You do get a bonus, I think, for, if I remember how the wiki stated this, fighting in systems next to connecting points or something like that. adds to the war effort too, and I believe the homeworlds get a big bonus. So I think even if Steiner pushes in, as long as some players are starting over and trying the Capellan Confederation, I think this will kind of hold about where it's at, basically. It's more the southern systems that are really up for grabs, I would say. So we're going to go ahead and jump the travel. We're already fixing some X up, and I will be putting the Javelin into storage temporarily because I don't want to pay for it if I'm not utilizing it. So here in a second we'll have our mechs. Now we can go into the bays. I'm really curious what size engine the Javelin has, but I think it's probably about a 200, 180. Not good enough, not up to snuff at all. However, we do want the stealth system off of this because that is going on the Shadowhawk. I had thought about pulling the NSS off the Venom, but I really like the Venom. I'm not gonna lie, the Venom kind of holds a little special place in my heart right now, so we're not going to do that, but we are going to go... Whoops, no, we're not going to go refit. It's a terrible idea, because we need the stealth system off of this. We also need the ECM. The Angel ECM is what it comes with as well. So that's fantastic. Unfortunately, we're going to have way too small of a fusion core on the Shadowhawk, but not a lot I can do it. So we're going to send this mech to storage and remove all equipment. Don't have to pay the upkeep on it then. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and refit the Shadowhawk. Now, it does come with a 275. Well, we'll see what we pull off here. Jump jets, I'm less concerned about, especially with the type of lance I'm building. The fusion core, keeping it very, very fast is actually extremely in my favor. The XL engine really saves a lot of weight when you're looking at, what is it, a 50% engine weight factor change. And if you look at like the 275 here... Well, we'll install it so I can see what the weight of the engine is. So weight, tons, engine is 15.5, gyros is 3. That would save me 7.25 tons. That is not insignificant, saving 7.25 tons on something like this. We don't have that engine, so we actually have a lot more weight to play around with, although we do want an XL engine as well. We do have a backup endo still, because we're really not using those sort of things. Bloodhound probe I don't care about. Large laser, triple plus, medium lasers. Did have an Angel ECM which was destroyed. A couple more medium pluses and jump jets, and then the fusion core, of course. So we want the stealth on here. That's going to eat up a few more of the dynamic slots. It really doesn't eat up as much as something like Ferrous Fiber, though. I will say that. I just, for the stealth not giving you... I mean, 3 heat per turn and a difference of 5 heat generated is definitely worth it, for my opinion. The extra evasion you gain off of it, the extra 5% in cover because this only has 30, the NSS has 35, but the NSS also comes with 35% reduction to sensor range. I don't know how that stacks, if that's additive with something like the Warframe suite. I would really have to look into that more. So now we need the ECM here. We're going to get the Angel ECM on. We're gonna drop that actually in the center because it'll be well protected. You can see the armor looking incredibly good, even the back on this. The Shadowhawk, pretty fantastic. I like the Shadowhawk a lot. We'll pull the jump jet off for now. If I have to throw him back on, if I have room, I will. What are we looking for? Oh yeah, the biggest rated fusion core I have is a 215. That's 12.5 tons though. For 10.5, I can come with this, which, if you're looking at the speed changes here, this is a 110 to top 185. This is 115 to 195. I don't really know if I'm going to get much more out of the bigger fusion core, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Because we have a ridiculous number of laser hardpoints, we do want to go ahead and throw on the heatsink double kit. So we're going to drop that on. Now you can see this is double heatsink. The way I understand it, you have to install those when you install the fusion core, and I guess when you remove the fusion core, you just get a new kit. That seems to be the way I think it goes, because I definitely did not have that in my inventory originally. Now we are short a couple heatsinks. You can see the game's telling us, yeah, you have some incompatibility things here. And what we have is 8 in the engine and 1 additional, and we need to throw 1 more on here. So we're heat sinking 60. We've got a fluid gun with acid and a tag. Now I want to keep the tag on here because that's going to let me pull it off of the cicada, and then on the cicada I can drop the case 2 on there. So I'll feel better without having to pull armor off of that cicada, um, because I didn't want to pull a full ton of armor off of it and still bring it into melee, and this just works out really great. The fluid gun with acid, very interesting, and I could use it melee, and I will be doing some melee, so I really had thought about it. Is there anything else that I needed to think about here? No. Now we need to think about weapon systems. We have 8 energy hardpoints, 2 support hardpoints. So we've actually got a ton of weight because our fusion core is really the wrong one. So we're going to go ahead and drop a narc beacon on here. And that takes care of, I've got the tag and the narc on this here. We're going to next take care of our energy hardpoints. I'm perfectly fine with the slightly additional heat here for an additional 10 damage if I'm going to just... The -1 accuracy really does bother me on this. I really wonder if I shouldn't pull them off, but we're not going to. Then I want to go ahead and drop on 2 medium lasers, and we want those here. Oh, we need to actually change that over, and we'll do that momentarily. The upper arm here. So we got 2 medium lasers. That's 4 of our energy hardpoints. We got 1 more here, and 2 here, and 1 more here. And I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going with these 4 flamers right here. This flamer triple plus, terrible in my opinion. Everything I look at about this just screams garbage. So its damage is 5 compared to, like, say, the other versions, just the regular of this at 10 and 10. But it does do, if overheating, times 3 bonus damage. Now, I don't think that it's going to affect the heat damage too, although it might. I don't guarantee that. The heat is under the damage, so if it does actually do times 3 on the overheat, on the heat damage as well, because that is under the damage type, that might be alright, but this thing deals less damage and, honestly, less heat. This has 15 heat on it. This one has only 10 heat. So it's the same as just like the regular flamer. Now this one does generate 5 heat for 2 turns, but I'd rather just really pump the heat in originally. This also will only ignore 2 evasion pips. Now I think that's kind of, a toss-up on which of these you like. So this is only a 50% damage bonus against overheating targets. 10 and 10. The flamer here deals less damage, but it can, if overheating, deal actually 15 damage, and I think that would be 30 heat damage. I mean, it's better than the flamer, but not by really much. Both are going to ignore 2 evasion pips. Oh, this also has a 50% bonus against overheating targets, so this should deal a 15 heat damage if they're overheating, and 15 damage, which would be the same regular damage, but only half the overheat damage. Again, they've got to be overheated, though. Then we come to the Flamer Plus Plus here. Now, all 3 of these ignore 2 evasion pips, right? So that's pretty normal. However, this one has a bonus 1 accuracy and a 50% bonus against overheating targets, with a base damage and heat damage of 10 and 15 respectively. So again, this will deal 15 damage on overheating targets, same as the Flamer Triple Plus. The thing is, this will deal slightly less. Most of the numbers I've seen in this game do round down, so we'll call this 7. This will deal on overheating targets only 22 heat damage, while this will deal 30. And this is, again, going to generate 2 heat over 2 turns. But I want to heat them up a little bit faster, and I would like to kind of get that more in like a bulk to really push them into an overheat situation. So essentially, I'm trying to look for a way to start maybe getting some fusion cores, because my lance is not designed to get fusion cores. I thought about really maybe going melee heavy on this, which we're still going to do, and maybe try some leg attacks, a lot more called shots and things of the sort. But we're also going to be throwing, because I have 4 more energy hardpoints, 4 flamers on here. Unfortunately, I don't have enough of these Flamer Plus Pluses, but that would be my personal preferred method. And I think I've kind of made my case as to why. I think some people will still like the Flamer Triple Plus. it's going to be more effective in situations versus mechs that are not heat neutral, or when the pilots are really pushing them, like say a Wolfhound. Wolfhound is incredibly hot. Uh, there's a Commando version that I keep talking about. It actually had 4 small VSPLs, variable speed pulse lasers. That would be extremely hot, probably. So, and then we got a flamer here and a flamer. We actually want the flamer plus plus. Let's change this up. Where am I missing a? Oh, it took off some of my energy stuff. Okay, not a big deal. We want this over here because we do get +1 arm accuracy, and I'd rather that flamer be slightly more accurate. We'll go ahead and throw the flamer triple plus. I mean, these are kind of a toss-up as to which is better. We'll do that there, and then I should have 2 very good lasers that I took off. Well, 2 very hot lasers with more damage. I don't know if you want to call that good or bad or just whatever. All right, so there's all of those points. You can see we're really kind of running out of slots at this point. Did we throw the Angel? We did get the Angel ECM on here. We still have a pretty decent amount of weight left here. I don't think I'll be able to fit a 275 on without a XL engine. I'm hoping to get around like a 250 though. 250 would be perfect. That's going to let me pull off the double heat sinks here. That'll free up some more space. And I think weight to just to speed it's about where I want it at. But we do still have more room, so let's go ahead and utilize that. XL engine, yeah. If I could get the XL engine and get like something bigger, then you pull off the heat sinks, that's mostly going to eat up your XL engine spots. Unfortunately, there was not a bunch of LRMs, which is kind of what I was hoping for. We are going to get a LRM here. Because that's really all I have, actually. That's the only reason. There was absolutely no LRMs in there. Now, I do have a choice. So I want to go with some incendiary ammo, a little less damage dealt, but I could start overheating them from range. +1 heat damage dealt. I'm only shooting 10 shots, 10 heat damage. Unless I'm running into some really hot mechs, I think I'd rather go with the Archimedes. Now, this is not like an Archimedes 4, or... Excuse me, this is not like this is Archimedes ammo. It's not Archimedes 4, which does require the TTS for it. But that a little more accuracy with it. That's just for closing, and I have the extra tonnage here already. And we can see I could go with maybe some SRMs at this point. Honestly, I'm like 2 SRM2s and a ton of ammo for that. I'm not going to do that. I think we're going to just double check here, make sure I'm not missing. Oh yeah, we're missing the hands melee. Oh, this is where a lot of my slots get eaten up. I was going to say, I got more slots left than what I did before. So this is going to cost me a ton. It's +1 melee accuracy, +40% melee damage. This thing has a good melee damage already. Shadowhawk, very good at melee. +25 stability damage, so I might be able to knock them. So even if I am running a little hot on this, you gotta realize the LRM-10 is generating 12 heat on my alpha, which I shouldn't be using up close. So it's actually like a heat sink 60, and I generate with an alpha like 73. And then I have a good melee kind of bot here on top of that. And when I melee, I can utilize the tag and then arc beacon still. So I'm fairly happy with this. We just have 3 spots left open. And we have 2 tons left to use, so what we do... I mean, I could do like an SRM2 and like a ton of ammo, or a half ton of ammo and a half ton of armor on this thing. But what I'm going to do, just because... And this might be... I really thought about throwing maybe like a case on here, half ton. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with a couple of these long-range jump jets. They're fairly good. And then I can do 1 regular jump jet, or I can throw a case, or I can do armor. I mean, honestly, this thing is incredibly well armored anyways. I'm not scared for it at all. It will eat up, I think, exactly a half... No, it'll eat up a little bit more than a half ton. Half ton is 45. There's 15, 30, 40, 50... 65, so there's a little over a half ton I can put on this, But I think we're going to go with the case just to maybe prevent if attack goes through and it blows the ammo. This is only a case 1. This is not a case 2. Unfortunately, I don't have another case 2. Otherwise, I'd probably just do like 2 small jump jets on here. Essentially, the case will blow outward. It's basically so if the ammo explodes, the weak spot in it will blow away from the center of the torso. That's what cases do. So, but if you're really already chewed through this and you're into the structure and you're taking damage across here, chances are you're going to lose the limb fairly quickly anyways. So an ammo explosion just prevents all of the damage from that ammo exploding from traveling into the center. It will blow outwards instead. So that's what we're going to call good. Again, we really need a bigger fusion core. At that point, I would probably maybe try to squeeze on 2 LRM 5s because I do have the slots for it actually. That would save me a ton. Pull off the 2 jump jets, which would save me another 1.5 tons. That's 2.5 tons. I could pull off the case. That's 3 tons. So I can get a little bit more out of this, honestly, if I go through and kind of pull a handful of things off it. Maybe even pull off like a flamer or something here. This might be more than what I need. I haven't used flamers, a good flamer build since I think the backer beta when they released the fire starter. So I haven't used a good flamer build. Now, obviously, I've had flamers on things. I just haven't gone through and done something like this. So unfortunately, a little slow on the fusion core. I think about a 250 is where I'm going to be about neutral, and I'm hoping I can still keep the case on here, but if I got to take it, I got to take it. Now, there was a 275 for sale, but it was like 1.6, 1.8 million, something like that, and I just didn't have... I could have gotten that money, but then I don't have the money to refit the Shadowhawk. I'm terribly broke. We're traveling around hoping there's good missions where I'm going, so I didn't want to kind of do that juggling thing overall. I like to keep a little bit on the back burner here. So what we want to do here is we're just going to pull off the tag, and then that saves me a ton. Oh, I did try the heatsink pod. You generate 1 heat per turn, but 4% weapon heat generated. I basically save 3 heat, generate, or save 4 heat, generate 1 heat, so I only really save 3 for a ton. I just throw another double heatsink on anything that I need. The cooling pod is terrible, plus it can explode, so if you're going to throw a heatsink cooling pod, there's no way you're going to have an alpha that is, let's see, to get 6 heat save, that would be like 160 heat your mech would have to be able to put out. I guess with a whole bunch of pulse lasers on something like that Shadowhawk I was doing, you might be able to get it, and a bunch of SRMs. But yeah, I would not hold my breath about this version. Now there is a better version with more than the negative 4% out there. So we want to grab the case 2. Now the case 2, if the ammo explodes on this thing now, is just going to deal a little bit of damage to my structure. It does weigh a half ton more, so it is a little harder. But that lets me keep the armor now that I have the tag on my other guy. And honestly, I don't think there's really anything I can do to really push the Venom or the Vindicator into a better position. So we're just going to keep them as is. I know I do a lot of talking and explaining on what I'm really kind of doing and why I'm doing it. I think that's really what makes this mod so great is the plethora of options is how do you want to play the mech? And the answer is, I don't know. I haven't even tried everything. The light rifles, I don't think they look very good compared to just like dropping an AC, but they do weigh a little bit less with that limited internal ammo. Maybe they're good. I don't know. I haven't tried the mag shots. Are those any good? I've been seeing Molten Metal use them in his Let's Play. Morphium nose to nose. I don't care about your noble family. Blah, blah, blah. Decker, even if you're in the periphery, you should know. Morphium is fish flash out for Decker. It's dangerous. Silence follows. Remember, a single fort clatters to the floor. Ting, ting, ting. Honestly, we're just gonna punish you guys both. Low spirits and 7 days. That's okay. We're traveling right now, guys. We don't even care. We don't even care. All right. So let's just look at the ship upgrades and see what we got. Just out of curiosity, what are you gonna take? You're gonna take the improved power conduits, which is about 360. Just how much are you, though? 900,000. Again, the low skull missions, because I'm just wanting to get another little lance going. I'm hoping I can have one medium to go with it for the half and the one skull missions. So I'll probably keep balancing more towards balancing good money in the 1.5 and 2 skull missions, because I do need some upgrades at this point. But in terms of, ooh, wow, we unlocked a bunch of things down here. Morale. Alright, actually a whole bunch of permanent morale upgrades. Anything other than morale, though, or is this just a boatload of morale things? Looks like just a boatload of morale things. Okay. Yeah, can't afford what I'm looking for there next, so we'll save up a bit, because I would like to have, again, as we're traveling around, I'm just a little nervous about it overall. I mean, we'll check the store, but I don't. It'd probably be the same thing I just had. I don't know. I've been really looking at that Shadowhawk for a while, trying to make some decisions. I do like the Assassin. I love they added quirks back into this game. They're not always good, but like the Assassin here has bonus initiative. This is a medium mech that moves with lights, actually. No need to get like a command console on it. Although I will say the time I did get the Assassin, I happened to be running the command console build. Is kind of sweet. Is kind of sweet. I do prefer the Angel ECM and the extra Endo still over it now, for at least what I'm playing here. But having two of my medium mechs moving in the light phase was kind of nice. Kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. We're really looking for, though, is there any cores that are? Yeah, I don't have enough. I mean, this would be about what I want right here. I'm using, I think, a 210 right now. So that's 12. Maybe 16. Honestly, I could maybe even cut a ton of armor or pull a single laser, single flamer off to get like a 255. Honestly, a 250 I think is just about perfect without an XL engine. Unfortunately, you could see about the price of a 255. There was a 275, and it was not. I swear it was cheaper than that. It was under 2 million. I swear I'm not lying to you. Now, the Shadowhawk is not ready. We just going to have to kill about a half month here, because I've already dropped my my Javelin. I need to tell you, Morpheum is not a good hire, to be blunt. He's a thief and a backstabber. Okay, so I've done this one before. We just tell him, and he gains the honest trait. Thanks us, says that he basically wasn't going to suicide a lot, and because his other mech commander was an idiot. So we're a little over 400,000 with the new mech, and we're not even done with it. So we'll probably be around 415, 425. Because depending upon what your mechs have and everything like that, your expenses do go up. And we haven't finished working on the Shadowhawk here, so let's see. All right, just 408. That actually didn't go up much, so that thing must have been pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a peek at our contracts here. What do we have? What do we have? I'm going to try to do something fairly quick, like a half skull, and just blow through it. Simply because this has already been very long, where I was talking about why I'm going to be going with some flamers. One, I want to try it. Two, when we get to some medium mechs that might be running hot with more in the range of 250 fusion cores, or if things are running stealth systems, or if they're running XL engines, XL gyros, I'll probably have to keep my eyes kind of open on those things. Those are the sort of things that I want to be able to start shutting mechs down and grabbing. Wow. There is no quick, easy, huh? Escort. Okay, we're just going to back up here and go back in, because we know that the game doesn't like to show you all the missions. Okay, so we got an intelligence agency. This is against Capellan. Great. We know they have lots of ECM. This is just a recovery. We are not wanting to help any of the other factions, honestly. So this is the thing about jumping these missions to some of these places. Not all these missions are ones I want to do, although I'm more than happy to take 2 skull missions at this point. extremely happy. So this is 1 skull. I mean, this is pretty good pay even for a 1 skull mission. 70,000. That will basically cover my jump costs. I think we go for max salvage here because again, I want to get a second lance going fairly quickly. I do need money as well, though, especially if I'm going to be jumping around. And we got the big Sly, we got Gator, and then we got, whoops, no glitch. And then we throw the Shadowhawk here, and then we trade this around. So the Venom's now going to be piloted by Gator. It's probably not going to hit quite as well, but the Shadowhawk, yeah, that's good. Great stuff, honestly. Let's go ahead and deploy. Let's get ourselves, hopefully, some ECM, ultralight engine. Our lance rating's up to 2. That's honestly completely understandable. If I pull out the Javelin, I replace it with honestly a fantastic, this version is great too, with the hard points on it. Some of the base Shadowhawks, especially in the base game, I'm a little questionable on myself as to how good they are. But some of the Shadowhawk variants are extremely good, very good melee damage off of them. You can see they've actually got hands on both sides, so you can do things like double claws, double melee hands. There's some options for some good melee destruction there overall. Hopefully we can get these flamers rolling pretty good though, and since they're not vehicle flamers, they don't have ammo. I'm thinking on even some of these light mechs, maybe I can just overheat them and just keep shooting them and hopefully just stress them out over and over and over again without them really being able to do any damage to my mechs. So maybe if there's something like a dagger in this battle, I think the better option is to just leave it to the end and then just overheat it till the pilot gets stressed. I honestly wish I had some machine guns or something too. Something that really didn't deal a lot of damage. We're going to reserve. We do have most everybody moving in phase 3 now. So the lights will get a bit of a jump on us. Oh, wait, let's just out of curiosity. Whoops, no, wait. Oh, your sprint is terrible. Yeah, I really need a bigger engine on this mech. So just out of curiosity, if we sprint with Behemoth here, oh yeah, look at that. I think Behemoth's got a 275? 250 fusion core, and it's a 45 ton. I think the Shadowhawk honestly is like a 50 tonner, 55. So that's honestly still going to be a little slow for the Shadowhawk, but I need at least like a 250, maybe 255. Gator, we need our fast mech. So is there any way I can not run through that minefield of rocks there? No. Yeah, I mean, I just run that way.
New sensor contact.
Wow, you couldn't even get inside of them. I'm kind of impressed.
What's up, boss?
Oh, I love the Shadowhawk so much, but the fusion core really is too small. Now, an XL engine with like a 275, that's what I really need. No. That's not what I told you. I tried to click again. So just for instance, I think the, yeah, look at the cicadas even a little quicker. So this is really nice. Just great firing lines. Unfortunately, I think we're in the desert biome, so we don't heat sink as much. 85% of normal efficiency. So we'll run a little hot, honestly. We're going to run a little hot. But with the flamers, we might be able to help them run a little hot, too. What are you? Maybe a Galleon? Maybe a J. Edgar? I'm going to reserve back, just see if that mech wants to come out and play. Oh, that mech wants to come out and play. I like that. LRM 10?
I'm showing minor damage.
Yeah, we're not worried about missiles. What kind of commando is that? Or is that a Javelin with the... Yeah, it's Javelin. Okay. Here's the type of Javelins I was running into in my first game, and another reason I think that some of the mechs you can run into, the variations of Javelin, Firefly, and the daggers, excuse me, Javelin, Fireflies, and Commandos that you can run into that the Capellan utilize are ridiculous laser boats. Look at that. 7 medium lasers. Now, it does have a problem with heat. When you start off the game and you're doing some missions for like the local planetary government and you're fighting the Capellan forces, you can run into 2 or 3 lights that have this kind of firepower. This is kind of how I'm building my lances. This is over how I'm building my lances, actually. So that should give you a very good idea of how things are here. No gyro, no special engine, so that is dead. We don't care about it at all.
Standing by.
Really, you're not gonna be able to get a shot there, little cicada? Aw, I don't have the range. Well, that's sad. I thought I had a good little perch up there. I guess this is still a decent little perch, but it's not as good as I thought.
Yeah.
Alright, so we can't quite get the backside of the commando, but we can get a good flanking attack. We kind of want to face my back as much as possible towards my mechs that are coming in so I can get back shots if some of these others are real weak. So hopefully if they go for back shots, they'll be right kind of facing me here. Anything better to hit? What do we got here? Stinger. Ooh, this might have a XL engine. Okay, so we might want to try to save the Stinger for last. 2 other vehicles other than that. I think we try to take the Commando out. I mean, look at this. This is a 20-ton mech. That's actually pretty decent firepower for a 20-tonner. Do we have any ECM on you? Well, I only want to save 1, and the XL engine's going to be the more important, because that will allow me to really get the Shadowhawk with like a 275 on it. So, XL engine more important, and we're just going to keep firing flamers at that dang thing. We're going to kill everything else. I'm hoping this is going to work. Oh, Glitch, you're the slow one. I forgot now. It's a little different. The Vindicator used to be the slow one. Just out of curiosity, what's the 51 with the heavy PPC? We're gonna go a little slower here. We're not going to quite vent as well. I think we just go with the heavy PPC. Beautiful. Nice shot.
I hear ya.
Just out of curiosity, can you... No, because I really would need more jump jets than that. So you can see 17s, 22s, 43s, right? 17, 22, 43s. Okay, so I'm not getting a block shot. That's not obscuring right there. Interesting. So Alpha Strike might be a little more than I want to do here because I kind of want to keep the flamers ready to go. So I think we're going to pull off the hotter medium lasers here. They're a little less accurate too, so come on, crits. Oh, I completely forgot. Shadowhawk's got my tag on it now. Oh, second lance incoming. It's unfortunate. That means the Stinger's going to be alive a little longer than what I wanted. Do you happen to have what do you got for armor on the back? Galleon. That's honestly not bad. I mean, 250s, and we're on that side that's already all beat up. Unfortunately, no SRMs or anything on this, so the only thing I can do is go for an offensive push. Maybe try to push him back around so that I can get one of my heavier mechs to really beat him up. We're just going to hope to take something off right here. I think there's about half and half on the lasers, if I remember right. 2 medium lasers. It's not as good as I'd hope, but we're going to hope. And instead, we just pop the leg. Oh, that's unfortunate. Still keeping that very good evasion up on the Venom. That's why I kept the NSS on it, because it really is... The Shadowhawk is even better than, like, Behemoth here in terms of...
What can I do for you?
of what it can do. In fact, I keep forgetting Behemoth is now the one that needs to go first. So move that heavy PPC. That's a 57. That's a 57. So even though we're getting the negative for the movement,
Position confirmed.
that's going to be the optimal right here. So,
Engaging with target.
oh, really? Okay. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should have used the Shadowhawk. I think I should have used the Shadowhawk. Let me go ahead and restate that. Okay, Stinger took off. That's great. I would love it to not be really shooting at me as I... Oh, really? What do we got here? Oh. I mean, we still have... still have good sight lines. Honestly, do I take a shot at the vehicle? I don't think we do. I think we try to get up and get a shot versus that commando. It's all still 50s. I'm fine with that. Come on, take an arm off. Oh, I'm just peppering damage all over the place. Really wish, again, had some machine guns, maybe a good SRM carrier that was going to get up close, which was definitely a way, because this thing did have the 2 missile hardpoints. I really did think about 2 SRM-6s on it, and just not going with a boatload of flamers.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
LRM is very, very hot. Let's, this thing doesn't have any heat yet, so I think we just try to take the Javelin out right here. I keep calling it a commando. How much heat did we do? I don't think we even did much heat there. Oh, we still didn't take his sight out. Still 5 HP there. Okay. Ooh, they got something with jump jets trying to sweep back on my Cicada, are you? Well, my Cicada's sweeping around, so you're going to have a hard time with that one. What do we got there? We got a Spider. Fusion Core 240, that's honestly really good. I'd like to get my hands on that. The truth is, though, that's more of a secondary concern. Those are pretty terrible hit chances. Really, are you telling me I can't sprint and get an angle? Okay, I can sprint and get an angle. So we're going to try to maybe take out the Galleon just because it's a little closer here. And we've got a Scorpion there. What is that? It's not going to let me see right here.
All weapons fire.
Definitely going to have to do a little melee shortly here to bring that heat down. Very, very hot. A little bit of damage to Venom. Oh, my poor Venom. He's way faster than everything else. I don't even have the other Javelin to kind of stick with him and hold some fire off. Sad days. Sad, sad days. A little Stinger. Oh, why are you running away, little Javelin? I want to kill you. Okay, there we go with a dagger now. The dagger, ultralight gyro, light engine. It's got stealth on it too. Wow. See, so these are. Until I get that second lance running, there's good stuff here, and this is why I kind of want to stay within the Capellan Confederation's borders,
I'm your spaniel.
because I think I can get just a good value for how I want to continue to run my mechs. Are you going to be able to get eyes on? You are not. Okay, you are the Stinger. And the Stinger has an XL, right? Yeah, extra light. So not just a light engine, an extra light. I mean, the Spider has the XL. Oh, wait. Oh, it's got the Fusion Core 240. I mean, Fusion Core 240, good, but good enough to, I think we just go for the shot here and cool down. I honestly do. That'll pull one off the battlefield,
For physical attack.
and that'll let me really cool down here. Unfortunately, we're not able to kill. Galleon is a tanky beast. Tanky beast.
Good to go.
So let's go ahead and sprint the Shadowhawk forward. I think we honestly start trying to get the spider here. No. We do want the tag. We do want the narc. But then we flip most everything off because we're just gonna keep trying to overheat this damn thing. We just want the pilot to not like life because there's 3 mechs I want here. I mean, side shot.
On my way.
Do I go for it? Yeah. I do want the 240. Okay, now if I could take out the leg and then just get some good called shots on the other leg, take both legs out, save that 240. That is definitely something I can do. Unfortunately, the right side, which way are you facing? We can get my back. Oh. How much do you have left on your back? I really don't want them taking free back shots at me. So we're just going to hope that I will hit the back end or that side with something. And this will let me cool down here.
Moving out.
Just again, try to get some firepower off the battlefield. Wow. That was terrible.
They're coming around the side.
Okay, a little bit of damage to the back of the Shadowhawk. I may have a little bit heavier repairs here, too. I will completely understand if I do. Little Javelin, you're gonna really open up. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, I miss having all my evasion. Honestly, I don't think I'll install most of this stuff onto the Shadowhawk till we jump planets again. But yeah, that is something I really want to do here.
Ha! Send me a real opponent.
We really need to start taking some things out here.
Standing by.
Really? Where is the, 28, huh? And if I offensive push, I'm really not going to be able to hit the leg, not from this distance. Okay, we're going to have you go next. I think we're going to have Behemoth try to just go step on another vehicle somewhere and take it out. 2 SRM6s, that's actually not bad. 77 versus like an 87? Oh, and I will, no, that's the Harasser. What do you have? I think somebody else could take the Harasser out very easily. It is not a, like, incredibly strong thing. So we'll get this off, firepower off the field instead.
Reporting vehicle
Okay, so that's good. One thing off the field now, they do get to go with their little galleon here. My poor Shadowhawk's getting beat up. Makes me so sad.
Nothing, you hear me?
I await your command.
Waiting on you, Commander. Double time!
Oh, you're not the one I tagged and narked and everything, huh? Did we... we didn't hit with anything.
I may need some more time in the simulator.
Wow, maybe I should have fired one laser too right there. Well, I just can't get angles on anything good here. I think that's the wrong side I'm really shooting right there. Ooh, I think we can get a... Whoa, no, I don't want to be on the rocks. No instability. I think we can take this harasser out. Very weak. Pretty much everywhere. Okay, I was gonna say, wow, I'm gonna whiff all 4 shots, but good stuff. All right, so 2 vehicles down. I'd really like to get the other vehicle here down too, so we're going to honestly work on that. Where is the arrow? Okay, so I mean, what's the melee chance here? 74 and then 257s? I mean, I think I go for it. I'd rather not build the extra heat up, but I mean, that would almost be a guaranteed kill. Really? Oh, man, I thought that should have been 60 damage. What happened there? Okay, so now we're 3 vehicles down, 1 vehicle left to go, and 1 mech I can take out, and then I kind of am going to dick around with these other 3. So if you don't want to see me kind of just sit here and really screw around, probably you're going to want to go watch a different video. Or you're not going to want to finish this one. I mean, that thing's still got a lot of firepower. Look at it. Oh, emergency shutdown, and you are dead now. Big Sly's got you in his crosshairs. Ooh, nice laser carrier. Yeah, there's another laser boat. I've actually ran into those before, too. Honestly, if 2 of them want to go after the Vindicator with the very good evasion, he's also got the constant melee swing, so I'm getting that braced.
Yes, Commander.
I'm fine with that. I really am. So, javelin that we don't care about. 56, really? Well, if we whiff some of these, then hopefully we'll take out the arms.
Reporting critical hit.
Okay, I think we can honestly back up a little bit, because there are quite a few. I think we actually just run.
Rolling.
Alright, glitch. Where is that damn little stinger? Actually... Oh, that's the vehicle I blew up. I'm like, what is that? What is going on here? Okay, so we're not going to get much evasion here, but I want to hit with these flamers. I want this stinger to start getting hot.
Here we go!
That is not nearly as much heat as what I thought I was going to be putting out with those. Alright, back attack 94% and then 89.
Location confirmed. Gauging.
I mean, this thing doesn't have a lot of armor, but that is a lot of damage that thing can put out. 200 damage off of just a little vehicle. I always see people complaining. I really do always see players kind of complaining that, oh, you know, the vehicles are too strong. I don't know what MechWarrior games other people played, But that's why the Federated Sons were probably considered the strongest of the factions in the game, because they had an incredible combined military arms. That was the thing the Federated Sons, as Davion is known for, is they filled more light and medium mechs, but yet they really lost heavy in the first Secession War, and then they actually gained really more than they ever had during the other ones, like the second and third. I don't think there's really too much change during the fourth because the clans come in towards the end of it, I believe. I don't think it's ever officially the end of the war is called before the clans invade. But the reason they were such a military power is they didn't have the mech production capabilities that everybody else did, but mechs are extremely expensive to make, to maintain, and everything like that. So what they did is they took a combined arms approach and really pushed things into an area you wouldn't really think of normally. So I think what we do is we kill this because I don't want to deal with it anymore. Man, I don't even need to sprint for this. There we go. Oh, I should have shot on the front. What am I doing? Whatever. No big deal. So the vehicles, the weapon systems that go inside the vehicles is not like the expensive part of the vehicles. The weapon systems are extremely cheap compared to like mech production. It's the chase. Oh wow, that was a lot of damage.
Whoa! Easy on the armor, buddy.
I mean, I need to get some hits on you, stupid little mech. Honestly, you're running so hot too.
Light damage. Holding firm.
I might just have to blow. Whoa! Oh, ammo shut down. Okay. I was gonna say, what the heck happened here? So I don't know. I don't find the whole shebang of oh man, their vehicles are so much stronger. The vehicles were pretty damn strong inside MechWarrior, and they were very cheap and easy to manufacture compared to mechs, which are very rare, very hard to manufacture. So I've never really understood players. Those are so good. We go with the offensive push. We're going to try to take a... Oh, wait, I can't. I can't target the legs from this angle. So we're going to try to take a leg out on this Stinger so that we can maybe try to take the other leg out. So let's go ahead and go for the offensive push. That's going to give me a lower hit chance, but that's fine. Honestly, these are light AC5s, only 35 damage. What's the leg look like? I mean, we go for that leg right now. Beautiful. Now, I really need to take the other leg out without blowing up the center of this mech, though. That's the important part. Honestly, I think the Stinger's the most valuable. I do want the stealth system a lot. But I would say that, yeah, that's definitely the... I mean, I think probably getting over here for what would be a flank would be the best chance to hit the leg. Because we are going to try to take out that other leg right here. I got to be careful how many weapons I fire because I do not want to start touching the center there. That's only 39. Do I wait for it to stand up and then go for an offensive push and just try to flamer the damn thing down? I think we do. Try to keep those narcs and everything up too. Pilot injury. Ooh, maybe I should... Well, maybe I should be going for the headshot. I think the leg will be the easier thing to take, though. Again, if you're not want to sit here and watch like an incredibly long battle where I'm just kind of dicking around with these mechs to try to get salvage, now is not the time to really be watching. Honestly, I'll probably let the 240 slide. Maybe I should go ahead and try to take that out. If that thing shuts down, the legs are just perfect too. Just out of curiosity, what's your chance to hit the leg? 39%, huh? I mean, I don't. Mm, looks like the right side is the one that's beat up. Can I get? I can. Let's see if I can't take out this other spider's leg here. I'm going to go for the offensive push. Oh, wait, no, we're not. That's a pretty terrible hit chance. I think what we do is we just turn off a couple lasers here, and we just hope that that leg gets hit, because we are on the edge here. Okay, no dice. No dice, oh well. I guess it was worth the shot. Alright, so I got one more move before it gets to go, and I'm going to flamer it up again. And then when it stands up, I'm going to get a... That's a terrible hit chance on that. 39%. I think the pilot's got 2 injuries. Do I go for the head instead? No, I think I go for the leg. I think we continually just try to get the leg and try to overheat the damn thing so I don't have to call it shot. Oof.
Critical hit.
I do. It's only unsettled. Is this XL engine? It is. Damn you. Damn you hits that are not, Honestly, I think we move just to get a little bit of evasion, but, I
Minutes received.
don't think that thing's going very far.
Receiving you.
We're going to reserve back, because I think Big Sly can take a leg shot on one of these. We're going to find out. I think he's the one to do it. Okay, it's a leg, so it's not going to get a lot of evasion. That's good. It's way close to overheating, but unfortunately, not quite there. Boy, I might actually just have to kill this one. Shut down, override successful. Boo. That means I got to use more of my my morale.
Be done.
So it's the left leg. Oop. Oh, okay. Obviously, I'm getting into your rear cone.
I'll race ya.
Oh, did I sprint? I think I did. Oh well. So we're going to offensive push. Really, I just need to hit the leg with like one of the AC. So we're gonna just do that because I don't want to blow up the engine. I really don't.
Now.
Both legs destroyed. Okay, so there's one of my XLs. Great. That means my Shadowhawk's ready to go. Or my Shadowhawk's ready to go once I have a correct engine for it.
Orders.
So what did you have again? You had a 240, which I kind of like. And you've got, I believe, stealth. You should have some sort of, you also have an ultralight gyro. Honestly, I think I just killed the spider. I mean, we'll still try to just get it from the angles and maybe try to take a leg out, but, I think that's what we do. I mean, I really do want the 240. Unfortunately, lots of fusion core crits. We didn't destroy it, though. But the dagger, that's the stealth. That's going to be an ECM, and that's going to be an ultralight gyro. I think that's the better option, even if I do want the 240. Oh, and the dagger overheats. Oh my god, yes. So here's the thing, I just gotta be careful not to really hit large portions of this mech. So we need to be just careful with the number of weapon systems we do here. So I think we just go with like what's they got down here? 20 and 30, so 50. I think we leave the medium pulse on. And I think we go with the 2 arc welders because those are only 15 damage. What's Okay, leg destroyed. Oh no, no. I guess I did go with way too many things there. Oh, dang it. I forget these are lights and that I have a ridiculous amount of firepower on my mechs. I think I might be able to just overheat the spider too, if I'm going to be honest. Oh my god. Game, you are...
I'm your spaniel.
Just be very careful. Ah, engine destroyed, damn it.
One less target.
Okay, so we got to be very, very careful with this because I think I've done some damage to the center. We need glitch.
Affirmative.
I think we go for the leg and just try to keep heating this mech up. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Very good stuff. Yeah, I don't have anything I want you to do. You stay away from this. I want the mech to stand up again. What's your chance of hitting? You see, you have pretty much the same chance. Honestly, we flamer it. I quit trying to dick around here. We're gonna let it stand up. Then we're gonna flamer it. We're gonna go for the leg again, probably with a single AC shot.
Waiting for orders.
So, Big Sly, I need you to offensive push. Really? You now don't have eyes on it, huh? So when it's laying down, you can shoot it, but God forbid it stand up.
Acknowledged.
Whatever. We're not really going to get too upset about it. We don't want any like, come on, leg.
Loaded.
Right leg destroyed. We legged it. Oh yeah, we're actually doing a mission here. I completely forgot about that. I don't know. Flamers, is it doing more than the very accurate AC2s with precision shots than the TTS ballistic? I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll see. We'll keep trying it though. We'll see what happens. I'm not overly impressed here though. I will say that. And I've got to be a little careful with everybody else, because everybody else just likes blowing shit up.
On the move. Full speed.
Yeah, that should be everything, though. 2 lances, 1 skull mission.
What's up, boss? Good to go. Sounds smart. Cooling.
Shut up, you kiss ass.
Standing by. Acknowledge.
Alright, reserve. No,
Holding.
honestly, I wish there was a button that was not reserved, but just in the rest of my guys' turns.
Orders.
The secondary asset is in hand and ready for
Mission
retreat.
successful.
Beautiful. So there we go. Should be ultralight gyro stealth, an ECM, and an XL engine, extra light engine, not just a light engine, extra light. So good stuff, good stuff. Honestly, I took a little more damage than I'd like, and I mean, when I'm not just blowing them up left and right, there's not much that I can do. Just kind of gotta roll with the punches there. Oh, Beagle Probe? No, Beagle Probe's just the sight and sensor distance. Endo Steel, don't care about. Okay, so we got an engine light. I mean, I would love to get my hands on that, but we have the XL engine, negative 50% weight. We got a Guardian ECM, so not quite an Angel, but very good. We have an ultralight gyro, which I don't have any ultralights. We do take more stability damage, but honestly, we shouldn't be taking much stability damage anyways. We should be kind of dodging out. That's made by Luthien. Okay, I was wondering if the ultralight gyro might be the other gyro you start with in the beginning if you choose that. Shouldn't there be a stealth? There it is. There it is. So we got the stealth, the XL, the gyro. Oh, we got a Warframe suite and a Patchwork Materials Tier 3. Ooh, we also got a TTS Energy. And I'm using lots of energy boats. There's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff here. So much so that I don't know what to take. We're going to recheck the engines just to make sure I didn't miss a right-sized engine. No, I did not. So do I want the Guardian ECM? Or do I want... Patchwork Materials I see pop fairly often. I don't see a whole lot of TTSs. And that's 1 ton for the value there. We go with the TTS. Unfortunately, we did blow the 240 engine up, which I would have liked. So lots of stuff here. I want the Warframe suite. I want the Guardian ECM. This one makes you a little more accurate. The other one gives you -1 to be hit. You know, kind of take your pick. And I don't know how the 50% reduced signature on this, again, stacks with a 35 off of an NSS. I really doubt they're additive. 85% would be ridiculous. What else would we really want here? You know, I wonder how you get double heat sinks, actually. Because I've never seen an engine that had double heat sinks on it. Only just the one that I started with. So, again, engine light would be another thing that I would take. It does 25%, and it's not going to fall into the edges, man, like the other. And then, honestly, we're just wanting more mechs, so something there would be nice. Come on, come on. Give me the Guardian and the Warframe suite. And the light engine. Those are the 3 things I really want. How many more do I get? 13? Come on, game. Don't screw with me. Don't screw with me. Ah, it's taking forever here. Javelin piece, a Stinger piece. Who cares? LRM-10. I really don't have... Well, I might have room for a second LRM-10 shortly on my my Shadowhawk, if I'm going to be honest. I guess I might need some endo steels for my new guys coming up. So we have the XL engine. Dang it. We did not get most of the other periphery gear that we wanted. A lot of good stuff, though. Another stealth system. That'll go on my next mech lance that I start building. Obviously, I'm still a ways away from that. I only have 2 mechs, and I'm going to be honest, I don't like the Stinger. I'm going to try to put a... probably extra, or a large laser, maybe an ER large laser if I have one, ER PPC if I can, and just have that be my fire support, because that thing, its total armor on that Stinger was really, really low. We're going to just, I'm kind of curious how bad I really should just start ending the videos there. Save everybody a little bit of time. Who the hell wants to know how long it's going to take to repair? Steiner, Karita, Merrick. Oh, Merrick took something, really. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 8 days and 23,000. Yeah, we did kind of go for the little. We got the better mech, and we did take a lot of damage because we're dicking around out there. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed. Unfortunately, if you're not liking this sort of game, you might want to skip ahead 3. I don't know. Just check at the beginning of the video, because if I tell you. If I see the stuff with like the XL engines, light engines, stealth, stuff like that, I'm going to be trying to pick them up because I'm wanting to get another lance starting to go. So, enough blathering for me. Until next time.